Hi, Anthony Carruthers, Better Lesson Master Teacher Project, and in this reflection I'll be talking about my experience trying to get students to say that figures are congruent if and only if they can be mapped onto each other through a series of rigid transformations. So originally in this activity, this cooperative activity, lots of students were still wanting to define congruence as all corresponding segments and angles are congruent. And what I realized is that the way I had designed the activity, I hadn't really given them a need to define it any other way. All of the figures that I used in my activity were angular, so this definition actually holds up just fine for angular figures. So what I did was, as a follow-up to the lesson, I created these blobs. And so the blobs are nice because they don't have angles and they don't have sides. So I had students again run through the same process of determining whether or not these figures were congruent. And in this way, it kind of provided a segue into why we need the definition in terms of mapping, because not all figures are angular and we want a more comprehensive definition of what congruence is. So just a small adjustment that I had to make based on how students were responding to the lesson, and in order for it not to be contrived, I had to come up with a situation where they actually needed this new definition of congruence. Anthony Carruthers, Better Lesson Master Teacher Project.